Yeah, I'm live. Okay, so I'm doing this live video right now. The lighting and everything's going to be pretty poor. If you can't tell by the face alone, I have put on some extra weight again here. So I'm starting another round of fasting, analysis and blood work, all that kind of stuff to lose some weight. So uh, yeah, we can look at the wonderful the wonderful bod here, right? So I'm going to take some more pictures, but I'm sitting at 205 pounds. So here we'll go to the. Uh, I am definitely not the live streamer pro here, but yeah. So this is me right now. I have kind of been living it up the last couple days, gorging on some Taco Bell for a couple of reasons, but to get ready for this next round of experimentation. So with everything said and done, I should be losing 20 to 30 pounds this next month. I've got time to do this right now, so I will be discussing everything in a lot more detail, but we'll start off with this just to show everybody here. Let's see if we can get in here. We're going to see should be 205 pounds. Yep, it's saying 205 pounds on the dot. Of course, there is some variance in the weight that you get from time to time with any scale. So that one is typically. That one's typically going to be between usually 0.2, anywhere from 0.2 to 0.4 pounds. Usually, sometimes you can get it a little bit higher in terms of the variance. So yeah, but I'm going to start. So right now, you see where I'm at. I got to clean up, right? I have been trying to grow out a full beard here. Except for the purposes of showing everybody, weight loss results. It's good to get rid of the beard and see the face. So I'm going to be getting rid of that. But as one of the things I've mentioned before too, that it's really not the start. So this is day 0, but the prep for any weight loss experiment really should be fasting to see what your real weight is, because you're going to start ditching your excess glucose and excess water weight and all that kind of stuff, which is usually around 10 pounds for most individuals who aren't actively dieting. So if you're eating per normal, that's going to be a real normal result. Depending on how much you eat, there's definitely a lot of variance there. How much you eat, how big you are, it could be anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds. But the whole point is, for most people, you're going to see that immediate 10-pound weight loss, just getting rid of that excess glycogen and water weight. So it's really important to note that, because you can't get too excited about what you're doing in results, because you can do any type of fad diet and you can see, oh, hey, I lost 12 pounds this month. It's like, well, you lost 10 pounds that you could have lost in 3 days, over a few weeks. And then, yeah, you lost a couple pounds of real, fat during the process, which is why most people have rebound weight. I mean, that's all that it is that once you start eating normally again, if you're not losing real weight, if you're just losing that glycogen and water weight, then it's all going to come back like really quickly as soon as you start eating again. So to see how much weight I'm really losing, I've always got to measure my weight in a glycogen deprived point in time. That's where you're really going to see how effective you are. And again, it's so the first particularly 3 days, first week, it actually might take up to about 5-6 days to drain all the glycogen. So a 3-day fast isn't always the best. What you do want to do is measure your blood sugar, and when you're fasting, blood sugar drops to about 70 milligrams per DL after at least a 48-hour fast. That's when you know that you're at the point where you're really glycogen depleted, and I would recommend starting, whatever diet you're going to do at that point. So I'm not going to go in details on the diet quite yet. I'm not going to go in details on the exercise plan. It's just, this is the record. Like, hey, yeah, I'm still not dead. I have not dropped dead of a heart attack. I'm still eating some raw foods on occasion, some raw and rare beef, particularly, I do raw eggs, all the time still, and I'm still not dead. So I'm alive. This is it. This is also my committal to start, right? I've been meaning to do this one again. Anytime that I get above 200, I really do not like to carry that excess weight myself, right? And so everybody's kind of got that point where they start to feel the weight that they're carrying, where they start to feel like, man, I got to get rid of this. And I mean, that's the point that I've been at for, the last month, like really. So it's like, man, time to start this. And you always kind of try to wait for the right time to do things, and there's never really a right time. So this is me committing, right? So the next thing you're going to see, watch for the videos. They're going to be coming out. Hopefully I've got one at least every couple days. I'm going to clean up. Yeah, so beard's going to go so I could do some proper picks. Going to cut the hair, clean up. Body hair is going to go so those picks, are more reliable, because I always hate the experiments where, you see someone like looking a little shabby like me, all depressed, like, like here's me, and then of course they show the after pics and they're all cleaned up and they're like, yeah, hey, it's awesome. Of course, but that's going to influence how people perceive the pictures, and so I mean it's purposely done, so that typically when people are doing that type of thing, if they're selling their ideas or they're being paid to advertise a product, it's all about making it look like the results are better than they are. And if anybody's looked into any of my research or books or anything like that, or these videos, that is absolutely what I'm not about. So I want to make sure to have the most consistent weight measurements and the most consistent, pictures that I can produce in this case. And admittedly, particularly the pictures, like, look, I'm not top notch in producing quality pics like that. So I'll try to work on it. But the least I can do, again, is to clean up and get some really consistent looking pictures and comparisons, and step on the scale. So yeah, right now, of course, I got my boxers, I got my sweatpants on my shoes. That adds an extra pound, so about a pound. So you could say I'm like 204 right now. I'll keep those on for a little bit, until it starts getting into the real nitty gritty, where that extra pound is going to be a difference between like the week to week weight losses. So for the first week, there could be, there should be about a 10 to 12 pound weight loss, right? So that extra weight, if there's a little bit, extra half pound fluctuation in there, even from the measurements, it's not a big deal at all. But I am going to be consistent with that too. At any rate, I guess that's it for what I have to say right now. If you are still, I know I've got like maybe 1,400 subscribers now or something like that. So to all of you that are either waiting to see if I died or are actually interested in what I have to say about diet, weight loss, and eating, or if you're just there for the competitive eating pics, there's not going to be a lot of competitive eating going on now. I might throw in a gorge day later, but the gorge day after you do a fast and diet like this, it's not going to be anything impressive. Typically speaking, 2 to 3 pounds is about the most that I've been able to take down in a single meal after doing a regimen like this. So anyway, I'm back. I'm not dead, and I'm starting it up again. So anyway, to all my subscribers, for whatever reason you're watching, much appreciated. Give me some comments if there's anything that you want to see. I know like the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and probably even 4 weeks of this are going to be really tightly controlled by a particular diet I'll go into later, as well as monitoring blood work on, like when to potentially eat a little extra, or to make sure that I'm monitoring my weight correctly, in those points that I'm keeping low in body glycogen and water weight. So anyway, but hey, please comment it up. Let me know if there's anything you really want to see coming up, because now is the time. I've got more than enough free time to do this, and it's about time I get started. So that's it for now, and thanks everybody who's watching. All right, take care. Now I got to figure out how to end this, man. Oh my God.